Now, welcome students. Today we will be talking about pure rolling motion. Alright. So we have started this rotational motion topic I think 1 week 10 days back, and daily I am sharing some concepts with you. So we were like we have reached to some point where we are near the close of these topics. Maybe some more illustrations we will see. Now we have discussed about two types of motion: translation motion, and rotation motion, isn't it? Translation means the object going in a line. Rotation means it is rotating about some object with angular speed. The sum total of these two is called rolling motion. The sum total of these two is called a rolling motion. Like you see the cycle going on the ground. The cycle tire is rotating, at the same time the cycle is going forward. Okay, the cycle can go forward or the cycle can go backward also. Even then it's a rolling motion. So today we are going to talk about what is pure rolling motion. So let us understand few points before we get into this topic. If you remember, see here, let us say there is a disk. Alright. Now let us say this point is A and this point is B. Translation means all the particles, see when you talk about a rigid body is made up of so here if you take a rigid body consists of lot of particles, thousands of particles. If all the particles, we said that there is a center of mass. Center of mass is the location where the entire mass is located. Okay, if all the particles are moving with the same speed, that is the speed with the center of mass, the center of mass is going with 1 meter per second. Suppose there is a car, the car is going with 10 kilometer per hour. Will you say that the bonnet is going at some speed, the steering is going at some speed, the man is going at some speed? The entire system is going with a uniform speed, it's a constant speed. So that is translatory motion. When you take all the particles are moving in the same direction with the same magnitude. See friends, when you say velocity is same, you have to talk about direction plus magnitude. Okay, one speed is 2 meter per second like this, another is like this. You cannot say the velocity is same. Here the magnitude is same, but the direction is opposite. So they are not same velocity. So all the particles will have same velocity, means all will go with the VC speed. VC means center of mass speed, and in the same direction. Alright. So this is called translation. In case of rotation, what happens? You have the same disk like this, and it is rotating with some angular speed. Now what is the meaning of this? All the particles about the axis of rotation, they are going with the same angular speed. Alright. Now here what happens? We have seen this expression that V is equal to R omega, isn't it? So if I want the speed over here, the speed, I need to draw the tangent like this. What is this V? This is R omega speed. I will not write V here. I will write R omega. Right? R omega. What is the speed here? R omega. What is the speed here? Direction? R omega. What is the speed here? R omega. Right? So suppose some rod is there like this. It is rotating about this point, and let us say this rod length is 2 meter, and this is going with 2 radians per second. Listen carefully. This point, it will be 2 into 2. This point, let us say it is 1 meter from here, it is 1 into 2. This point, if it is 0.5 meters from the center, it is 0.5 into 2. The linear speed is different at different points, but the angular speed is omega only. This is also one concept you have to make a note of. Okay, so this R omega, you are putting R See, all these are particles only, no? Let us see, here also particle is there, here also particle is there. So their r omega speed will be different. That is the linear speed. But when we talk about angular speed, all will be experiencing omega only. Now this is the case of pure rotation. Alright? You add these two, you get rolling motion. So that means if you take the corresponding point, see, it is the same disk. If this point is A, this point is A. If this point is B, this point is B. If this point is C, this point is C. If this point is D, this point is D. Okay? So you need to add these two. So what are these? These are all vectors only, no? So you have to add the vectors. So you will get the, in rotation motion, in rolling motion, you get the total speeds now. So this is the same disk. Okay? So this is the point A, this is the point B, this is C, and this is D. Look at what is happening at A. Here you have got a speed like this, which is Vc. Okay? And this is also in the same direction. So this will be Vc plus r omega, because both are adding up in the same direction. Alright? This is adding up in the same direction. Look at this point, r omega in this direction, Vc in this direction. So let us say here, let us say for the time being that Vc is more. So at this point, the direction, if you call this as positive, it will be Vc minus r omega. Okay? Let us say Vc is more, it will be like this. Next speed I am talking about. But basically, from this you have to deduct this. You come to this point, you see here, this is like this and this is like this. So one speed is like this, another speed is like this. So this is your Vc, this is your r omega. So you have to find the resultant. So here the speed will be somewhat in this direction. How you can get the resultant means root over Vc square plus r omega square, r omega whole square. What is this magnitude? It is root over Vc square plus r omega whole square. About this point I am talking. What is the direction you see? Direction is important. If you call this as north and south, so this is in the southeast direction. Similarly here, if you take point D, now this is like this and this is like this. So you have a situation, this is like this is vertical, you have to add these two vectors, so it will be in this direction, so here it will be in this direction. Magnitude will be this only. Alright, so this is the situation. What is this? This is the total speeds and this is the rolling motion. This is the example of rolling motion. Now, what is pure rolling motion? Now, you see, this is the bottommost point. Okay. Now, the total velocity at this point, if it becomes 0, that means this is balanced by this. This becomes 0 or Vc is equal to r omega. This case is called pure rolling motion. Okay. If Vc is more than r omega, then it will be slipping in the forward direction. Let us say, I write it here. If Vc minus r omega is equal to 0, it is pure rolling motion, short form PRM. If Vc is more than r omega, in which direction it will slide? It will slide in the forward direction. If Vc is less than r omega, it will slide in the backward direction. You can call it as slipping. Okay. Vc more than r omega, forward slipping. Vc less than r omega, backward slipping. Vc is equal to omega. The bottom point, you will have the speed. The net speed is 0, and that is the case of pure rolling motion. So here we need to understand that this is rolling where? On a ground, right? And ground is fixed. So on a ground which is not moving, what is the condition for pure rolling motion? It is Vc is equal to r omega. Okay. Now here if you observe, if you differentiate both sides, if you differentiate speed, you get acceleration. AC will be equal to r is constant, d omega by dt, it is r alpha. AC is equal to r alpha is also a condition for pure rolling motion. Okay. So please make a note of these points. Alright. So this is one situation. Let me just wipe it out. will be making little short videos, so as my health is not really okay. Now we have discussed the case of pure rolling motion when the contact surface is ground and ground is not moving. Then it is Vc is equal to R omega is the condition for pure rolling. Now let us say, see this Vc what we are talking about now, we'll see now. Now this is the ground, let us say. On top of ground there is a wooden plank, let us see. And on top of this there is some disc or tire or whatever. Okay. Now let us say this tire is going with Vc speed. Alright. And it is experiencing omega in this direction. Let us say this plank speed is also given as Vp. Okay. Then how do you find out the condition for pure rolling motion? See, always remember that when you are talking about rolling motion, you have to see it is in contact with what surface. If it is in the ground surface, the condition is pretty simple. But here what is happening? Here you have to observe that this tire or a disc, it has a lower point. And when you talk about this plank, it will have a corresponding point. So this speed should be 0. This speed should be 0. So that's what we have to see if it's kind of possible or not. Or the speeds must be equal, not 0. The speeds must be equal. So can we find out that? So we can find out easily. You see here. Now this is going in this direction, and if you see only the disc part, so the entire disc is going with Vc speed. Okay, so here it is Vc, so here it is Vc, here it is Vc, and so on and so forth. And it is experiencing omega in this direction. So there is a R omega component also, I told you. So here the R omega will be in this direction. Here the R omega will be in this direction, but here the R omega will be in this direction, isn't it? So it is in the opposite direction of Vc over here. So what is the net speed of this lowest point, let us say B, of disc? It is Vc minus R omega, isn't it? And the corresponding point in the plank, let us say it is B prime. And it is experiencing which type of motion? It is experiencing translation. So if it is going with Vp, all the points will be going with Vp, isn't it? So the corresponding point will be Vp. Okay. So when these two speeds are equal, you can say that pure rolling motion comes. So here the condition will be Vc minus R omega is equal to Vp. You can see here Vc minus R omega means Vc in this direction, R omega in this direction. So the net direction can be this, assuming that Vc is more than R omega. Alright, Vc is more than R omega, the net direction will be this, which is matching with the Vp direction. So this is the condition for your pure rolling motion. So here actually Vc becomes equal to R omega is not pure rolling motion. If Vc becomes equal to R omega, this point in the disc will become 0. But this is going, no, this is going with Vp. That is not the condition for pure rolling motion. So here the condition is this. Alright. So if you differentiate both sides, you will get AC minus R alpha is equal to AP. This is the condition in terms of acceleration. Alright. So this is what you have to understand. Now in the same situation, just take a screenshot and write it. Alright. So this is a movable plank. This is a movable plank. Now just have you written down? Then let us reverse it and see. So let us say the omega was in this direction. Omega was in this direction. So here what is happening? So everything will change because omega is in this direction. So it will be R omega in this direction in the top, R omega here in the like this, and here the direction of R omega will be like this, right? So here what will be the net speed? Vc r omega will be added up, so this will become plus. So this b is in this direction speed, this vp also in this direction speed. Pure rolling motion condition you will get. So this speed has to be equal to this speed, put a plus here, and this will become plus. Alright, so here pure rolling motion possible? It is possible. So this is the condition. Alright, now let us take one more case. This time let us change the direction of Vp itself. Let us say Vp is in this direction, and this condition is like this only. So here what is happening? Vc plus r omega is in this direction, whereas this Vp is in this direction. See students, mathematically this magnitude may be equal to this magnitude, but can the velocity be ever be same? The velocity can never be same, because they are mutually anti-parallel. This is 0 degrees, this is 180 degree. They will never be equal. So in this case, when the Planck is moving in the left direction, no pure rolling motion can ever occur. No pure rolling motion can ever occur in this case. Mathematically, you may get Vc plus r omega is equal to Vp, mathematically, but direction wise never. So you will never get that condition. Suppose in the same condition I put it like this, omega. Alright, so here what will happen? Because I don't want to draw the same thing in the same place. So here you can see that Vc is in this direction as always. Okay, but because omega is like this, so this point r omega will be in this direction. So what is the net speed? The net speed is Vc minus r omega, isn't it? And the Planck is in this speed. So if it is equal to Vp, you will get the condition of rolling motion. While here what will happen means, this r omega can be dominated over Vc, and you can get the net speed in this direction. R omega may be 20, Vc may be 10. So r omega is more, the net speed will be in this direction, Vp also is in this direction. You can get a condition for pure rolling motion in this situation. So it is not simply mathematical matching, but you have to take care of the directions also. So here pure rolling motion will happen in which direction? When you are considering the net speeds are in this direction. Alright, so these are some of the points related to pure rolling motion. And if you want to understand this in terms of, first you have to see whether condition for pure rolling motion can be possible or not. And once you have established that it is possible, for velocities you can write for the acceleration also. Differentiate both sides, you get what? AC minus R alpha is equal to AP. Okay. So in terms of acceleration, this is the condition. So here, to be more precise, AC minus R alpha should be equal to AP means what? Here AC must be greater than R alpha. This is like 40 minus 30 is equal to 10. That means 40 must be greater than 30, no? That is what I have written here. So in this situation, AC more than R alpha is the condition for pure rolling motion. In some textbook you will find, he will directly write this condition. Why it has come means, it has come because of this. Okay. So with this I would like to conclude this small topic, pure rolling motion. Some energy calculations are also there, which we will see in the next class. Okay then, make a note of all these points. This is an important topic. And let me tell you that this sometimes disc may be given, sometimes he will say cylinder is there, sometimes he will say sphere is there. So all these different bodies, rigid bodies, we have discussed the moment of inertia. So kindly go through the formula of all these disc, ring, sphere, solid sphere, hollow sphere. Only these type of geometric shapes only will be asked in the exam. So you should know the value of I value. And here, when you are talking about rotation, you will be mostly talking about rotation about its CG axis. So see you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.